Welcome to day 20 of the real estate 66-day listing challenge. So during the All Partners meeting on Wednesday, Leanne talked about foreclosures and how it's still low, and yet we don't really know what's going on because courts are backed up, and there was the ability to defer payments. So one opportunity, and as much as I'm talking about this, it brings back memories of what happened between 2007 and 2011. There's one opportunity to support and help potential sellers that are going through a hard time, where you can go to the courthouse in your local area and find out who's in default. So back in the day when we knew that foreclosures were starting up, I worked for a company that was really big on buying investment properties. And every week we would go to the courthouse and we would go to the civil window and say, hey, can you share with me any foreclosure files? And I would sit at a desk, and I had a little form that had docket number, the name, the address, who the bank was, who the attorney was. And what I would do is I would go reach out to that seller and say, hey, have you thought about selling? I wouldn't at first have the conversation around, I know you're in for pre-foreclosure or whatever the case may be. I literally came from contribution. Back then, there were a ton of short sales because there wasn't enough equity in the houses, right? We had a downturn. Well, the difference right now is if you get to those properties ahead of time, there could very well be equity in their house, right? Because what did we see over the last year? We really saw an increase of values between 15, 25, 40%. So some of the sellers that are putting their head in the sand, or not sellers, they're homeowners at this point. Some of these homeowners that are could be sellers, they're putting their head in their sand and they're pretending that none of this is going on. What we can really do to help them is figure out how to reach out to them and say, hey, yeah, you might be in trouble. Have you thought about putting your home on the market? You may be able to get away with doing a regular sale instead of a short sale. The longer you wait, the longer your court fees go up, your attorney fees go up, your interest rate goes up. Let's take a look at what you're doing. Because they really have three options, right? They could put their head in the sand and pretend this isn't happening. They can come out of default and fix the problem, or they could put their house on the market and, potentially make money instead of losing money when they're forced to sell. So my recommendation would be, if you're looking for those sellers, go to your local courthouse, go to the civil window and say, hey, can I just see the records for this week? Create a form, what information do you need? And then go at it, right? It's just another opportunity to find people that that could be sellers and aren't even thinking about it. And I would also say, if they do need to short sell and you're not comfortable doing that, reach out to Cash, because he's doing short sales right now. He has the system, he has the attorney, and then refer the business over to him. So it's win-win, in my opinion. You get the opportunity to bring some inventory to the market, help a homeowner that is in distress, or, if they have to do a short sale, send it over to Cash and get a referral fee. If you have questions about how to do it, definitely reach out to myself, and I'm sure Cash is willing to answer questions. Just an opportunity, because we all have those buyers who say, I saw this pre-foreclosure, get more information on it. And yet those homes are not on the market yet because they haven't been through the foreclosure process. So again, just an idea, day 20, let me know how you make out. Have a great evening.